Is that good?
Big.
Okay, we are gonna give Archie a cute cut, short on the sides, and swoop it over on the top. So you're going to choose what side you want the top first. We're going to go this way. So put a #1 guard on your clippers. Put the guard on right. And start right here. Put your clippers flush with the head and go straight up. If you turn your clippers diagonal, it usually gets that little hair that's tricky to cut. When you get connected haircut, you're going to shave up about an inch before the long hair starts, and then this is where you want to create your line. So you get this top wet with this awesome spray bottle. Just comb this over and create that line. And then put your guard right on the part and go straight back. You'll probably have to do this a few times to get all that long hair. And this is what creates that really good straight line on the part. And then you can start just the fading process. So we've gone up with the clippers about 2 inches above the hairline. And this is where you start to fade this. It's called rocking your clippers. And instead of going straight up, you're going to rock the clippers out a little bit. So on the side that isn't swooped over, you go about an inch above the ear, and this is where you can start fading this also. You don't want to go up as high on this side as you do on the other side. Okay, a lot of little boys have this part that sticks up, and so you'll have to bring the clippers up a little bit higher and just take that part short. So go all the way up to that little swirly right there. And then once you do that swirly, then start gradually fading down. When you've got the next size on, you don't want to go much higher. You just basically want to start rocking those clippers as soon as you hear the hair being cut, because you want the fade on this side to be really short. Okay, we're going to do the top now, and then we'll finish the blending process when it's all done. So, get the top wet. This is a really cool water bottle because it's a continuous spray, and the kids love playing with it when you're doing their hair. And then, to get the guide down the middle, part about a 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch right down the middle, and this is going to set the tone for how long the top is. So you part that and pull it all the way up. So pull this up, and then this is what's going to set the tone for the hair. So this is what determines how long the top is. And you just keep going all the way back, so you're going to see that guard and then match that. Pull this up, see this guard, and match this part. So now that you've got your middle guide down, then brush it to one side and take about a 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch parts. So pull this up, and you can see exactly where that guide is right there, and then you cut to match that guide. So there's my guide, and there's the long part. And you cut that so it's a straight line. And take another section. Little boy's hair is really tricky to cut because usually it's so fine that it will show a lot of cut marks, and so you really need to make sure to take shorter sections. Once you've done the whole side, then this back part, you'll just need to pivot all the way around the back. And so you take this guide up and cut that part and keep pivoting around this back of the hair. So now that the back's done, then you comb it all to the other side and do the same thing on this side. Pull it up, match your guide in the middle, and cut. A big tip on this part is to hold the hair with a lot of tension. So a lot of moms hold it right here and then lose the hair out the side. Make sure you're holding it with a lot of tension and cut. You'll also probably need to make a few parts on each part, if that makes sense. So you'll cut this hair and then sometimes this side hair will fall. So make sure you're combing that up as well. So keep pivoting in the back once you've done that side. Pivot all the way around. Another pro tip is you want to, when you pull the hair up, you want to be parallel with the ceiling. Right there, you want your fingers to be parallel with the ceiling. If you round it, it's going to look like a basketball haircut. So make sure you're keeping everything really parallel to the ceiling. Once the top is done, then you'll pull this long side out and you'll put your scissors now perpendicular with the ceiling and cut that angle. And take little sections all the way back and keep cutting at this angle. Cut that long part off. Now we're gonna do the final touches of the haircut, which is blending. So you'll want to blend this short part, comb up, and as soon as you can see that hair coming out of the comb, then you put your clippers flush with the comb and slide it along there. And this just makes a really seamless transition between the short part and the long part. And you'll have to turn your comb a couple different angles, especially here in the back, how he's got two different swirls, one right there and one right there. Since the hair grows differently in different ways, you got you'll comb lots of different directions. One of the biggest pro tips I can give you is this pair of texturing shears. There's so many tiny little cuts in a little boy's haircut, and if you use a pair of texturing shears, it's super forgiving. When there's little cut marks back here, this is where you take the texturing shears again. Can you see that little line? You take your texturing shears and you just go perpendicular and get all those little lines away. There we go. Okay, now all we have left to do is the outline of the haircut. Go right in front of the ear and turn the clippers sideways. You can pull the ear to get that little long hair spot right there. Bend the ear up. Make sure you're not making a huge round part high above the ear. Go as close to the ear as you can, and then start making a straight line down to the back. And do the same thing on the other side, right in front of the ear. And the clippers, use just the corner of your clippers to go up and around the ear to get all that long hair. Bend the ear down, connect that line. So a haircut's all about connecting lines. So you want to connect this line to this line to this line, and then keep coming down. You want it all to flow really nice. Then with the back part, make sure you're putting the head all the way down so it flattens out. Straight line to connect both sides. Just like that. And then you can pull the bangs straight out. And on this haircut, we don't want to take much off because we want it long enough to swoop. Take that, and then instead of cutting across the hair, you cut into the hair with the bangs. And this will just make the style look so much better and style so much easier. This is called point cutting. And you're done. So now all you have to do is put product in it, and you'll be on your way. Most haircuts look so much better if you take some of the water out of the top. So dry that top a little bit, and then when you put the product in, rub it between your hands so you don't have big blots, and then just start working the product right through the hair. How cute! Archie, you did so good! There you go. Good job, buddy.